Peace and blessings. This is Raisa Ghiwala, the divorced Muslim coach. Hope everyone's doing well on this Friday. Wanted to just say Jummah Mubarak. And as you guys know, my course is open now. My new signature program that I've designed called Reinvent Yourself After Divorce. Open for registration until September 18th for early bird special, which will save you $97. Hey Arshia, good to see you. Thanks for joining. And it's going to be a 9-week course where we go through the process and the steps of healing to unbreakable and really being able to reinvent yourself in the type of life that you want to live in your next chapter. And one of the things that we talk about during those 9 weeks, when we are getting our foundation to a strong, secure spot, place where no matter what challenge or test comes our way, whether it's, through the divorce, after the divorce, starting new for the next stage of your life, whatever comes your way, that you can handle it with peace and resilience and confidence, that you will know exactly what it is that you need to do, what decisions you need to make, and what direction you need to go moving forward. So one of the things that we really focus on and hit home on in terms of foundation is identity, right? So in terms of foundation is really how is your two most important relationships, your relationship with Allah and your relationship with yourself. And when we go into the part of our relationship with ourself, we talk about identity, because a lot of times we're not taught about identity, or where it comes from, or where the source is, or where do we look to know our identity, to believe in our identity. We look to, we're taught to look to our roles or external things such as appearances or achievements, right? I went over that the other day when we talked about confidence and where that comes from, which is another topic in the course. But in terms of identity, right? What source are we using, are we looking for to know our inherent identity as a unique individual servant of Allah? And one of the things that really happens that I see working with women after divorce is that they, for so long, when we start out, we either we attribute ourselves to someone else, to some role, or we attribute ourselves maybe to as a student, right? And you see yourself as a student, and then maybe after you get married you see yourself as a wife, and then as a mother, and as a daughter, as a sister, as all these roles that we play really kind of sometimes take over in our life, and we get consumed by that, and consumed by all the expectations that people have for us in society, in our family, and we're trying to meet everyone's expectations of how we should be, or who we should be as a daughter, as a mother, as a wife, as a sister, as an employee. And we're trying to please all these people and trying to fit this mold that people have for us. And we know that's impossible, because we can't please everybody. And are we even understanding what that looks like? Where is this mold or this expectation of who we should be in these roles coming from, right? What's the source that we're looking for, and how to be as a mother, as a daughter, and a sister, right? But underneath all of that, before we even get to daughter, sister, mother, wife, who are you? Because you are what you bring to all of those roles. So if you don't have a strong sense of self and identity that you're going to bring to these roles, it'll just be fleeting. You're going here, being pushed here, you're being pushed there, you're being pushed in this direction. And no matter what you do, or how you are as a mother, as a wife, as a daughter, as a sister, it's never meeting the expectations, and it's never good enough, and you just feel lost. So a lot of women that I support and work with after divorce, they feel really lost and confused, okay, where do I go from here? Who am I? Hey Sumini, thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. And it can feel daunting and overwhelming, you know, when we tie our self-worth to our roles and to our relationships, and then everything ends up breaking down. And so one of the things we go through in this course, Reinvent Yourself After Divorce, is where is my identity coming from? What do I look to source my identity? And just looking at the time, because I'm sitting here waiting to pick up my daughter after school, and I want to make sure that I get there on time for her. I have a few more minutes, so I just want to share that we look at who are we looking to? What source are we going according to in terms of how we relate our identity to, our sense of self? And because when we are used to operating by going according to all the expectations of others for our roles, we are felt kind of directionless. You're no longer a wife. You're still a mother, but without a partner, now being not married anymore. So where do you go from this? It leaves women kind of directionless and sometimes lost and confused, like, oh, who am I and how am I directing or navigating my life as an unmarried woman with children, perhaps, right? And so understanding that you have to have a sense of self first, a strong sense of safety and security, and alignment in the direction that you're headed, which will give you your purpose, and then allow you to bring that self to all your different roles as a mother, as a friend, a daughter, a sister, and one day, inshallah, a wife to someone else, in another relationship. And so if you don't have that strong sense of self, it's very easy to just be pushed in all different directions, not knowing or feeling comfortable or confident how you're showing up in those roles, based on other people's expectations. So this is something that we go into depth and detail within this course that's open for registration now up until September 18th for a $97 discount. So if you want to know more about this, you can click on the link that I'm going to post on this live video. It's also at the top of my page as well, to find out more about the course and what I offer. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'll be able to answer them for you, because my mission and my goal really is to help women who have been, find themselves now in a divorce. The marriage is broken down. They have to start a whole new life. And I went through this myself too, as their own entity, as their own individual self, head of their own household, leader of their family. Where do I go? And if you don't know yourself, if you don't have a relationship with yourself and have that sense of self and that self-awareness and that confidence to be the leader in your home, then how are you going to go forward? It's going to be really crushing and feeling really daunting and overwhelming. It doesn't have to be that way. Hey, Marianne, good to see you. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Jazakallah khair. Thank you, sweetie. So yeah, it's something to think about, food for thought, and it's possible for you to have that unbreakable resilience and identity, right? Because nobody can break you. Nobody has that power. Nothing has that power. No circumstance or situation has that power over you. So I would love to support you in your journey to being unbreakable, to being resilient, to having that strong sense of self and awareness and confidence to move forward in the life that you choose to lead, that's pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as the leader of your home and the head of your household, knowing your identity and your worth and your value, and then showing up that way in all areas of your life, including in motherhood, including in interactions that you have with your ex, if you do share children together, your job, your friends, your community, any of that. So if this resonated with you, you have any questions, leave me some comments. I'd love to know your takeaways, and I can't wait to see you inside the program. Peace and blessings. Have a great weekend. Assalamu alaikum.